So I've had so many questions on what I do with my spring bulbs now they finish flowering, and today I thought I'd show you, but you might not like it. So when it comes to tulips, if you want to save your bulbs for next year, the best thing to do is to deadhead them. This just means snipping or pinching off the flower once it's finished flowering, and this will put the energy back into the bulb. So I actually treat my tulips as annuals because they don't tend to flower as well in subsequent years. Some people have different experiences, so you totally can try, but because I grow mine in pots, I want them to look the best, so I always do buy fresh bulbs every year. However, this year I am going to save some and plant some into the borders in the winter to test, to see if this theory is true, because I never want to risk it with my pot displays because I'd be very disappointed if they weren't very nice. But I do buy a lot of bulbs, so I don't want to waste them. So if you want to give saving your bulbs a go, and like me, you need to reuse your pots sooner, I'm going to use this method that I saw on Gardener's World, where you move the bulbs into a plastic pot to dye back. I'll just store the pot in a cooler part of the garden, and then once the leaves have completely yellowed, I'll clean off the bulbs, checking for any mould or disease first, and then I'll store them in a cool, well-ventilated spot until the winter. Now, these lovely tulips are called Lilac Wonder, and they are actually perennial, meaning they will come back year after year, which is a great one if you don't want to have to keep buying bulbs every year. You can use these ones, and they'll come back again and again. I've got them in the borders and in the pots. And likewise, your daffs or your narcissus are also perennial, so I'll keep these bulbs, but like tulips, I will deadhead them through the season to put the energy back into the bulbs. And then I'll either lift them and store them in exactly the same way as I did the tulips, or I'll just leave them where they are. I hope that was helpful, and I'll keep you updated on how I get on with replanting those bulbs later in the year. And if you're not sure about anything, I recommend having a little look online because there's loads of expert advice of what to do with your spring bulbs.